Yeah, and at a time when there can be arguments on all sorts of issues, it's a unifying thing, isn't it? It's a unifying thing for Australia. You got the Prime Minister at Kokoda alongside the PNG PM. You've got the opposition leader in Brisbane at the dawn service. You there in regional Victoria. It's a wonderful thing that we have in our nation that we need to protect, don't we, as part of what is a key part of the fabric of our country.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I think part of both of the speeches that I heard today was not glorifying war, being quite realistic about the impact of war on communities, on individuals, and indeed sometimes to acknowledge that war is necessary to protect the things we hold dear, and to see all walks of life, all ages come together as one community. I think you're right, given sort of, you know, what we've been experiencing here in Australia over the past month or so in terms of the fractiousness in some of our suburbs and capital cities in particular. A day like today gives us a chance to pause and reflect and think outside of ourselves about selflessness and how we can emulate the behaviour of our servicemen and women over the decade.
Yeah, indeed, and that core thing that showed up on the Sandakan death marches or in Gallipoli or in Kokoda, wherever you want to say, or Afghanistan, the mateship that was there by and large for diggers and among diggers, I think is a wonderful thing that we can embrace as well.
Absolutely. It's so quintessentially Australian. One of the speeches today talked about Rommel, you know, the feared German general, and how he sort of made this famous quote that if he needed to take hell, he'd use Australians to take it and New Zealanders to hold it. And I think that really goes to the tenacity and the courage of the Australian Defence personnel. You know, obviously shown through World War I, but in every single conflict since then. But also, you know, there's a bit of larrikin there as well. Don't take themselves too seriously once the job's done. And I think that is quintessentially the Australian culture more broadly, which is something we can also celebrate now that remembrance is done and everyone can get to their local RSL, have a beer and some tour.
Yeah, we'll let you do that as well. Thanks for dialing in from Benalla. It looks a bit windy. Thanks for braving the elements.
Thanks, Kieran.